Hello, everybody. Yes, okay. Hello. Um, how are you today? It is Friday, 12:06 p.m. on Friday. I just ate lunch, and I have a giant thing of water here, and I'm ready to work on this illustration. I think today. What do I think about today? I think today we're going to use a gradient mesh to mess with this fabric here and see if we can't get it feeling a little more fabricy. That's a word. Um, so I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open up. I taught myself how to use how to use a gradient mesh on all of these like old bounty hunter illustrations I did. And I am going to look at one of those to just pick it apart and see if there's anything that I'm forgetting about it. Forgetting about the gradient mesh. I think the Dengar one maybe the closest. I don't know. Just because it has fabric stuff, you know. Oh, it's Friday. You all are quiet. You all are quiet today. Fridays are always quiet. Let's see here. Dengar. Oh my god, look at all these layers. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Tired, quiet Friday. Yeah, that checks out. I'm gonna go grab drinks with a friend tonight, and while I am looking forward to it, and it will be enjoyable, I still have to like psych myself up to like go out. You know, I was feeling ooh, there's that gradient mesh. I was feeling very extroverted when I made the plans, but I never feel quite as extroverted when it comes to actually following through with the plans. Okay, so this gradient mesh that I have here looks like I did a mix of like just normal gradients, shapes with gradients in them, and then put a gradient mesh on top. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if I'll do something like that here. Uh, um, how do I want to do this? Alright, I'm going to take this, I'm going to offset it. Path, offset. Let's make it negative 10 pixels. I can't. Illustrator's been doing this thing lately where when I offset paths, it doesn't show, even though the preview is selected, there is no preview here. And so then when I make it, I see that it's like very small. Wait, maybe it's not Illustrator's fault at all. I think I just realized that it's my fault. Object path, offset. Yes, it was my fault. Because I was hiding the edges. User error. We'll chalk it up to user error. All right, so let's see here. We'll delete this stuff. It doesn't matter because I'm just making like the edge of this cloth. So what I'll do is I'll drag this shape around like this, and this like overlapping part right here will be the edge. So copy, paste, and we'll do an intersect. Let's see, something that Troy mentioned in the Patreon crit channel was that that it looks like he's about to fall over because the gun is leaning to the left, he's leaning to the left, everything is leaning to the left right now, which is a good point. So let's try to rotate this gun so it's going the other way. So there, it's straight up. Yes, that makes more sense, I think. Hi, fatty lumps. 5.75. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So, gradient meshes. How should I do this? Gradient meshes can also get very weird when you have like complex shapes and stuff. So, let's see. We're gonna paste that in front. Go to, how do you even make a gradient mesh? I forget. Let's see. Object. I forget how to make gradient meshes. Where's the gradient mesh? Let's see. All right, there we go. Okay, so I think this is the weird stuff with gradient meshes, is that if you have a complex shape with like a hole cut in it, it will not make it. So, oh, I still can't make it. Maybe if I have to expand the shape so there are no more, well, no, that doesn't do anything. Okay, I can't make a gradient mesh on this shape, and I'm not sure why. Let's see. Gradient mesh can't make gradient mesh Illustrator. System error on the Adobe forums. I'm shocked. Gradient mesh can't be applied to compound paths. That's what I thought. Whoa, what is happening here? Whoa, what? I'm not doing this. All the points are closed. Yeah. They're all closed. I can make a gradient mesh of that. Is this one of those dumb Illustrator things where I just have to remake the shape? I don't know if the white black cursor matters. I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't work. Why won't you let me make a gradient mesh out of this Illustrator? What if I just, let's try doing this. Let's take this. Let's cut that shape out of this one and then just delete these points and make a new shape. No, still can't make a gradient mesh. I guess the problem is I don't know how to tell how do I release it? Let's see. Aha, that worked. Good call. So we're gonna see how many like rows we want in here. Let's see, 5. We want enough so that we can do like the amount of detail that I want, but not so much that it is just overwhelming. Let's do 6 rows and 5 columns. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this, put it here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to delete this outer shape so we just get this inner one. Okay, so now that we got our gradient mesh, I just put that hole there so I could tell where that center was supposed to be. Actually, we're going to just copy this and put it on its own layer here. Gradient mesh. Yes, they do look very Super Mario 64 blurry. I actually should have made this thing flat. All right, there, I can still make it flat. So let's just set it to multiply. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these little dots in here. You like kind of fill each one of these intersections with a color. So we fill it with a dark color, you'll see like that shows up. And then you can like adjust these handles to control where, like how far the reach is. You can change all these points. So you can like start building these complex gradients to make this stuff. I'm wondering if I shouldn't like block out some of where this is going to be before I do this, and I'm just like blindly making up curves and the like, folds in this fabric and stuff. I probably should. Let's see that. One thing that my adherence to like specific angles and stuff, it does not lend itself well to fabric, and I still haven't really found the way of making fabric, like flowing fabric, that I really like. Like I'm trying to think of anything recently. Well, there was Old Man Link. I made that. He had a cape. Let's see what I did for that cape. No, it's pretty minimal. I don't know that I can. It's not really gonna help. I like how that turned out, but it's also very simple. What if I just take this same thing? I'll just repurpose this. I repurposed this Imperial metal here for another illustration that I'm doing. Like 1 second it's an Imperial metal, and then the next second it's a tomato. I just gave it a I just inversed it, I guess, gave it a solid center and made it a tomato for a burger. And it was originally from this TIE Fighter pilot. More and more, when I like start to make an illustration, I'm like, there's something in here. Like, I don't want to have to make an Imperial symbol all over again. I feel like I've made that before, and so I can just recycle stuff, which is handy. Like this cape thing. Any of my Journey illustrations, I don't really think I had any like flowing fabric in there. Those are all pretty rigid or pixel arty, which I can't really use. select all of this and just do a adjust color balance here. It might actually be nice if this his head wrap thing had a little bit of color to it rather than just being black. But what color? There are so many. There are so many colors. How do we ever decide what color anything should be? Try it with that red. Watch, I'll have done all that gradient mesh stuff, and then I won't even end up using any gradient meshes. Let's copy everything as it is and take it up here. You all have any weekend plans? Anyone have anything exciting happening this weekend? Nice. We have Risk Legacy, but we've never had a group of friends that we could get to like meet consistently enough to actually play it. Makes it difficult. But yeah, I've heard good things about Pandemic Legacy. Done traveling for a while. Nice. I tried playing Persona 4 because everyone loved it, and I couldn't get into it. I think it was like too grindy for me. I could see the appeal for other people, but I couldn't get into it. Well, then yeah, that's your cup of tea for sure. Well, I don't know. It's weird because I say it's like too grindy for me, but then I love like Diablo games, which are very grindy. So I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything. Guess I just only like particular types of grind. I like MMOs, right? Those are grindy. So yeah, I don't know. Specific grinds. Yeah, saying that you like Diablo and that you don't like grinding in the same in the same breath is stupid. Let's see. I like what he looks like without his hood on. Yo, I have to be on my best behavior now because my students found out about the stream. They were like, "Oh no, this looks really helpful," and I'm like, maybe, maybe sometimes, maybe to some people it's helpful. I hope it is, but also, you will probably lose all respect for me if you watch this stream. I'm sorry, my children. I had to delete a very not safe for work thing in that Lumpy channel, which I felt bad about deleting someone's post, but yo, you gotta do what you gotta do. Discord's been pretty good so far, I think. I think it's good. It's like a good amount of people in there. That's awesome. I can't imagine tuning into that and seeing your math teacher on there. That's amazing. So like a certain group of students, you would then become like the coolest math teacher ever. It's like I met a friend's like 11-year-old son, and he found out that I played Team Fortress 2, and I was suddenly just the coolest. I was like the coolest adult ever. Wait, whip, wind. Why did I... That's awesome. As usual, I was like, this will be like a quick little illustration. And it's ballooning. It's beginning to balloon, as always. I just think it's funny because stuff like this takes a long time for me to make in Illustrator, but I knew that if I just drew it, it would not be nearly the time sink that it is. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Yeah, I kind of like the fabric just being like all sharp edges. It's kind of neat. It's neat. What if this arm came up in between this so it was like... We're just gonna rough this out real quick. Nah. Yeah, that works well. Okay. Hello, Veter. Veter? Is that how I? Is that how? I'm bad at pronouncing people's names. I'm sorry. You haven't even corrected me, and I'm apologizing. So one thing that I definitely need to make here are some frag grenades for my character. Frag grenades, Star Wars. But I don't really know. I guess these are frag grenades in Star Wars. I know what a thermal detonator looks like, but I don't know what a grenade looks like. Hello, Travis. Welcome. Wait, is this like a side view and a front view? I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. I don't understand this interaction. Troy, what's up, buddy? Took your suggestion. Reverse that gun. I think it works much better now than it was working before. Discord, Patreon, crit channel already working. Alright, I'm just going to draw one of these. We're just going to draw one of these. Won't let me drag an image in, so I'll just take a screenshot. Yeah, no, don't feel bad at all. That's what that crit channel is for. Never gonna get better if you only hear what you're doing right all the time. Oh, I keep forgetting to limit my window here. I keep pulling it all the way to the edge, and you all can't see what I'm doing over there. Sorry about that. Okay. What is frag grenade? Let's see, we'll make these smaller. What's up, James? Delete. Yeah, I'm making my Star Wars D&D character. I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't encourage it. Object, path, add anchor points, path, add anchor points. Path, add anchor points. Just keep adding them. Never stop. It's so ridiculous. Let's see, object, path, offset. Oh, that looks good. This is not a Jawa. This is an Ewok. God. Megs, you get out of here. It's a frag grenade. Maybe I liked it better when the chat was quiet. Bunch of smart asses. Alright, let's see. So, you bringing up that horse? I brought up my stream to my students, and I just like clicked on a random episode to show them like the IGN booth construction. And of course the episode that I clicked on was me making that stupid horse. It was so bad. I'm like, yeah, you all can watch these and you can like learn, you can see like me make stuff and you can just like emulate that and like apply it to your own like workflow and like you can, make stuff. And then I click on that stupid horse and I'm just like, well, there goes all my credibility right out the window. Ugh. I mean, we could. We would just have to turn this into... Let's see. Let's see how quickly we can make an Oscar the Grouch peeking out of this trash can. Why can't I? Why can't I round these corners? Fine. Let's see. I'll make my own rounded corners. They return a fragmentation grenade into Oscar's hideout. Alright, let's look at this dog of the week. No longer accepting applications. Colossus? What a name. Puppy. Good with adults, all. Good with all adults. Okay. House trained, puppy. Crate trained, puppy. I feel like putting puppy is just a nice way of saying no, right? Alright, Oscar. You can live down there. Nah. Hey Alex, I have a question. Are you still using your dumb phone? Was it easy to give up the smartphone? I am still using my dumb phone. I don't know where it is right now. That's the thing about having a dumb phone, as it turns out, is that when you only use it to make calls or text, when you're only using your phone as an actual phone and not a small computer, you frequently misplace it. At least you misplace it if you're me. It was not hard giving up a smartphone. I have an iPod that I use to check out like new apps and stuff, just so I don't like fall completely behind the curve of modern society. But I would say the only time it's tough, like when I went to E3, Megs and I swapped phones, so I used her smartphone just because while I was out there, I needed to like get Ubers, take shots of E3 for social media stuff, get directions, things like that. So, but that's the only time I've had a smartphone for a sustained period of time, and almost 3 years. For the past 3 years, I've just had my dumb phones, and I like them very much. Where is my dumb phone? Megs, have you seen my dumb phone? Megs is very hostile toward my phone. She doesn't like it. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can get one for like $50, so. Where is my dumb phone? Now I'm just preoccupied about where my phone is. I don't know where it is. I imagine frag grenades would be maybe not that big. Would be a little bigger to a little Ewok. Yeah, Megs is not a fan of the dumb phone. You really haven't seen it, Megs?
It's probably right in front of your face.
I don't see it right in front of my face. I mean, I guess I don't really need it. I'm just thinking if I need to coordinate with Sam at all tonight.
Did you leave it in the car? Did you leave it at Jeff's?
It might be in my car.
I'll go look. I'll go out.
Okay. This concludes me looking for my phone. You derailed everything. I think now Megs went outside to the car to see if she could find it. All right, so this is an Imperial Metal. Vash has in his inventory in the D&D group. The thing is, if he's tossing up a grenade and no one knows what that grenade is, it doesn't mean anything. Thank you. Where did you find it?
It was in the car.
Where? Oh, okay.
It was under the garage door opener.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah, where it belongs. It belongs in the trash.
It does not belong in the trash. You belong in the trash.
Mom belongs in the trash.
My mom. Why, Megs? All right. We have a phone. See, look at that. Look at this beautiful little guy. Oh wait, we can go to full screen, can we? Maybe. No. Uh-oh. Here's my phone. Wait, can I do this? Look at that. Look at that. I can do that. This is, well, it's black and white, so I guess it's not that great. T9 texting. Well, we went through all this fucking trouble to find it.
Well, it's all black. You're not gonna.
Yeah, this is terrible. Showing a black phone on a black and white feed is quality content. Quality stream content. I'm sorry, everyone. So the battery holds, but the thing about that is the battery on this smartphone actually kind of sucks, and I don't know why. My old phone was amazing. I had a great old smartphone or dumb phone before, but this new one, I'm not as sold on. The UI sucks. The battery isn't as good as it could be. I mean, it's still better than most stuff. It's still better than all smartphones, but it's not like the 3 weeks of battery that my old phone got. My old phone would like stay alive for like a month. It was incredible. I had to switch because cell providers all started shutting down their 2G networks. And most dumb phones were on 2G. So I had to switch to a 3G capable dumb phone. And the 3G one sucks. The 2G one was great. And like Nokia is releasing that that like reissue of their like classic phone, but it's a 2G phone, so it's not gonna work anywhere in the US. So I don't even know what the point is. We're gonna make this a thermal detonator. We're doing it. Hold on, now I'm reading about the new Nokia. I guess they were rumored to be releasing a 3G version, but then they didn't. Yeah, I guess it's only out in in Europe. I guess their networks might still support 2G phones. I don't know. I hate that I have a dumb phone and I know all this stupid crap about cell providers and things that I don't care about. But I've had to learn in order to have a dumb phone and get a dumb phone that works. the Nokia N600. So it has a slide out keyboard thing. Standby 550 hours. That sounds pretty good. N76. All these stupid names. That doesn't even bring anything. Oh, wait, no, there we go. What the hell is that? What? What? I... Good God. Uh... I do not watch wrestling at all. Killed that conversation. Do you watch wrestling at all? No. Next question. Done. Next. I enjoyed watching Glow, which was about wrestling. That'd be fun. Do I participate in wrestling at all? No. Next question. My top 5 Star Wars movies. I had to write. Let's see. I have to write it down to make sure it makes sense before I say something stupid out loud. Because I know you sons of bitches will never let me live it down. Let's see. I still don't know whether I like Rogue One more than Force Awakens or not. I don't know. So I think my favorites would be Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, Force Awakens, Rogue One, and then Jedi. Return of. Yeah. Those are the only 5 Star Wars movies that exist, right? I can't think of any others. What are you laughing about?
Russian Batman, and then a window walked by him and he went, grabbed my foot.
Um, I would. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's my favorite Star Wars movie, so I obviously disagree. But, yeah. That's how passionate I am about defending it. Eh. I mean, it kind of. I don't know. It's like the introduction of like Yoda and the Force and Luke learning his like role in that place before he fulfills it in the third movie. I don't know. I think like Luke's character develops a lot in the second movie. Um, Han gets captured. It's the Hoth battle that kind of shows how outnumbered the rebels still are, even after winning the first movie, so to speak. I don't know. I think there's a lot of character development in that second one that makes it important. Whether you like it is another thing, but yeah, I've been kind of ho hum about seeing the new. I didn't even realize that the new Spider Man was coming out this weekend. I haven't really been paying attention. I don't think I was super interested in it. Maybe I'm just tired of them remaking Spider Man movies. And then I saw it has like a 97 or something on Rotten Tomatoes, which I might care about more had I not seen Baby Driver last weekend, which also got a 97 and was not a 97. Kimsey likes Baby Driver. I didn't dislike Baby Driver. I just thought it kind of fell apart in the end. That last third was real rough to me. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's a very black and white view of criticism. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is not good for nuance. I think the first Andrew Garfield one was okay. The second one was horrible. Horrible. Like Spider Man 3 horrible. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with this right now. You don't remember Jamie Foxx being a weird blue electric guy, Megs? Electric Man. Electro. That's his name. Electro. Uh, can you tell that I don't dislike working on this thing, but it is going slow. I'm dragging my feet. Well, they stopped doing it with the new one, right? Because that kid's actually younger. How old is that new kid? How many civvies are killed on average from a frag grenade thrown by Vash? I think the only time he's killed civvies was in the last time that we played, and I think he threw a grenade in a crowded bar. I think he killed 2 or 3 miners. But it was worth it to kill the two stormtroopers. I feel like I also did fur somewhere recently. I can't remember where. In some illustration. No, we don't stream the D&D sessions. buddy. Let's figure out how to make you some fur. Let's see if this. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll try it. Rollerblades. You know, it's the villain in Metal Gear Solid 2 that runs around on rollerblades. He's the bomb guy. Maybe he's just bomb guy. Fat Man? Is it Fat Man? I don't remember. See, we can set him to multiply. Perfect. Let's see. Nash and Chad. I guess that guy is 100% a Chad, right? Not even any debate about it. think a few tufts actually go a decent way towards making him feel furry. Furry, but not a furry. Nah. Keep it to the outlines, I think. This is a problem because I can't connect it to this shape because this shape is behind this shadow. And that has to overlap it, and I don't really want to edit them, so I guess I'll just keep these two together. This means I can't smooth out that edge. We'll save it. We'll save it as Vash Illustration 2. I'm just going to subtract this out of that. Oh God. Oh, that guy's hair. It makes me so uncomfortable. What is that shape? I don't even know what that shape's from. Like how we were like, we're gonna do gradient mesh today. Nope. Didn't do that at all. Mind changed. Excuse me. Ah. Alright, well, we've gotten a fair amount done today. I think that I am done today. I think I'm gonna switch over and get some work done on my zero gravity card for Astro Alphabet. But yeah, I think I'm tired of illustrating Bash today. I should move on to something else. So that's gonna be it for today's stream. Here, we'll blend Vash before we leave. We've been forgetting to blend things. I guess I've been forgetting to blend things. You all have been forgetting to remind me to blend things. So let's blend Vash. Let's see what we get. Let's see. All right, Vash, will you blend? Edit. Nope. All right. We'll blend. We go to Object, Blend, Make. All right. Didn't really want to mess with the gun too much, but it sure made a work of art of everything else. That blend tool. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out today. We will be back on Tuesday, as per the norm. So I'll see you next Tuesday, sometime Tuesday afternoon. You all have a super great weekend. And I'll see you back here or on Discord. See you in our Discord. Bye, everyone.